Hey, welcome. Domain Dave here. Again, talking about value-priced wine. We've got a interesting one, at least to me, very interesting. From Costco, it's costs $15.79. I know the cents at Costco always means something. I don't know what 79 cents means. It's the Juvé and Gran Reserva Brut Nature Cava 2022. Now, all those things mean something. Juvé and Comps is a winery that's been around for 200 years and been in the Penedès, which is where the Cava Dio is in northeast Spain since 1921. And this is a special wine. This wine without the 2022 vintage data on it is on their website, but wineries do a vintage dated bubbly once a good year. Typically speaking, like they do a wine that's a house style. They use the grapes and all the things they do to the wine. It's going to be that every time. But a vintage dated wine, they're going to let the vintage speak for itself. It's going to be different. So it's rare that you get a Cava with a vintage date on it. That's a good thing. And rare that you get a Cava for under $16. Brut Nature. What does that mean? That means they didn't add any sugar to it. As a Gran Reserva, this was in triage and second fermentation for 3 years, 36 months. How they make the wine, and I'll explain that because the Brut Nature kind of falls into this. They pick the grapes early before it gets too ripe, and after the first fermentation, the wine is sour. It puts Sour Patch Kids to shame. They bottle it, put a little bit of sugar, a little bit of yeast, put a temporary top, and take a sip. They put a temporary top in, and that sugar and that yeast go to town. The yeast eats the sugar that gives off CO2. The bubbles are in the bottle. They got nowhere to go. And normally with Cava, it's like 9 months. Here it's 3 years. And that those bubbles just kind of naturally just go into the wine, and they're happy to be there. You know, they're not trying to escape right away. They're part of the wine. And the longer it goes, the creamier and smoother the wine gets. Champagnes, which this is made the same way as champagne. A champagne that's 3 years in the bottle is going to cost you like $100 at least. And if it's vintage data, it's going to cost you another $50 on top of that. So anyway, so after the 3 years is up, they take a sample of the juice, figure out what it needs. And they'll take a sweet wine and a measured amount of sweet wine, and they'll pour some in there. That's Brut. They'll pour a little bit more for a demi-sec, and all the different levels of dry and sweetness for the whole line of wines. Because they have to add everything, because you can't make them all different. You have to do one and then change them at the very end. Brut Nature means they don't add any sugar. This is done right the first time. And it could be, and sometimes it could be a little bit too tight, a little bit too dry. You can't drink it. Here they got it right. So that's Brut Nature. You don't always see that because you have to get it right. Brut's okay. Brut means they added a scientifically measured amount of sweet wine in it to get to be Brut, which is dry. You can do that every time. Nature, you can't always do that every time. I'll take a sip. Then, this is made out of the same grapes always used in Cava. I think Charlo is like 50% Charlo, 35% Macabeo, and 15% Perolata. Those are the grapes always used. And here, not only does it have all this Brut Nature and Gran Reserva and vintage, these are organic on top of it. All for under $16. So what's going on here when you sip it? Oh, and the label? The label kind of looks like champagne. I don't know if this has just been their label for 105 years and it just looks that way, or it looks pretty good. You got a Gran Reserva Brut Nature. I mean, this is all the bells and whistles. It does not taste like your average cava. It just does not. It's darker. It's deeper. I'm going to pour myself a little bit more here. I've been sipping on it. When I first started tasting it, I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this. But as it opens up, it kind of changes. It's tasting different than it did when I first, because it had more melon, more maybe minerality, more herbs. And that's still got that, but it's starting to open up to some more lemons and a little bit of cream, a little bit of brioche. Like a little peach and pear. This is a really nice cava. I mean, if this was a champagne, it's not. You can't really compare the two. It's made like a champagne, not use the same grapes, not the same vineyards, but this is organic. All the details this wine has. If this was champagne, you're spending $150 easy. And here, this is $16.99 for a cava. And champagne's using Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, which you know and are used to, and this has Exarlo and Macabeo and Berlada, which you might not be so used to. But that doesn't really matter. If you want to try an aged, you can't go any cheaper to get something that has these many expensive details for the price. This is, like I said, this is easily $150 champagne with these details. Like I said, cava and champagne are not the same thing, but the details are. This is an expensive wine that is cheap. You probably can't get a cava that is there's more wonderful things done to it than this. And I like cheap cava. We just did a Trader Joe's cava that was $9, and it was wonderful. This is different. This has weight. This has body. This has details, complexity. It's kind of nice. So there you go, Juvé and Pabst Gran Reserva Brut Nature Cava 2022. It's the 2022, the vintage dated one might not be everywhere. It might just be at Costco, because their website only shows just the regular non-vintage one. But at this price, if you're in there and you just want to try a bubbly that has all these details, just see what it's about. You got to give it a try. So adios, keep it cheap. It's still named Dave. cheapwinefinder.com. I'll talk to you later. I got a couple of fun wines coming up. So adios, keep it cheap. I'll be talking to you.